What if I told you that a single trade route, stretching over 4,000 miles, shaped the course of history as we know it? It sounds like a tall tale, but it's absolutely true. Let's delve into the enigma of the Silk Road. The Silk Road, a name that evokes images of bustling bazaars, laden camels and vibrant caravans, isn't just a road. It isn't just a trade route. It's a sprawling network of interconnected paths that once stretched from the heart of the East all the way to the Western world. This was the superhighway of the ancient world, a vast artery of commerce that connected cultures, civilizations, and empires. This network spanned a massive geographical range, touching the corners of China and reaching the edges of Europe. The Silk Road traversed deserts, climbed over towering mountain ranges, and wound through bustling cities. The merchants, pilgrims, and adventurers who traveled this route experienced the full spectrum of Earth's landscapes, from the sun-baked sands of the Taklamakan Desert to the icy peaks of the Pamir Mountains. But why Silk Road, you might ask? Well, the answer lies in the luxurious, shimmering material that was highly sought after by the nobles and elites of the time: silk. Produced exclusively in China, this precious fabric was traded along this route, earning it the name we know today, the Silk Road. But the Silk Road was more than just a conduit for silk. It was a vibrant, pulsating corridor of exchange. Ideas, technologies, religions, and even diseases were traded alongside silk, spices, and precious stones. This was a place where East met West, where new ideas were embraced, and where cultures were forever changed. But where did this massive trade network originate, and how did it become so influential? The answers to these questions will take us on a journey back in time, to the birth of the Silk Road. So buckle up as we set off on this historical adventure. Our journey begins in the heart of China, around 200 BC. During this time, the mighty Han Dynasty held sway. With a keen eye for expansion and a thirst for knowledge, Emperor Wu, the seventh emperor of the Han Dynasty, sought to establish political and commercial ties with regions far beyond his realm. Emperor Wu's vision shaped the inception of the Silk Road. He sent his trusted envoy, Zhang Qian, on daring expeditions to the Western territories. These expeditions, though fraught with danger and uncertainty, were the first baby steps towards the birth of a vast network of trade and cultural exchange. Zhang Qian's journeys not only opened up new frontiers for the Han Dynasty, but also paved the way for a global conduit that would span continents. The Silk Road was more than just a trade route. It was a vibrant artery of cultural exchange, where ideas, religions, and philosophies intermingled and evolved. However, the Silk Road got its name from its most lucrative and sought-after commodity, silk. This exquisite fabric, produced only in China, was highly prized in the West. The trade of silk brought immense wealth and influence to China, securing its position as a global powerhouse. Alongside silk, a cornucopia of other goods like spices, precious stones, and even horses were traded across the Silk Road. Traders, armed with their wares, braved treacherous terrains, harsh climates, and hostile tribes to ensure the flow of goods and ideas remained unbroken. This exchange of goods led to an economic and cultural boom, fostering relationships between civilizations that were once worlds apart. Thus, a simple quest for alliances kick-started a trade network of unprecedented scale. The Silk Road, born out of curiosity and ambition, breathed life into the concept of globalization centuries before it became a buzzword. It was the embodiment of human resilience, innovation, and the unending quest for progress. Through the Silk Road, the world was woven together, thread by thread, creating a rich tapestry of interconnectivity and shared heritage. The Silk Road did not just survive, it thrived, and its golden era is a testament to that. This golden age, spanning from the 6th to the 12th century AD, was a time of unprecedented prosperity and cultural exchange. During this era, the Silk Road became a bustling highway of commerce under the stewardship of the Tang and Song dynasties in China. These dynasties, with their effective governance and enlightened policies, fostered an environment conducive to trade. The Tang dynasty in particular was known for its cosmopolitan culture, with its capital Chang'an becoming a melting pot of different ethnicities and cultures. Meanwhile, in Europe, the Byzantine Empire was reaching its zenith. Its capital, Constantinople, was a hub of wealth and knowledge, and it served as the western terminus of the Silk Road. The Byzantines were eager consumers of the silk, spices, and other exotic goods that streamed in from the east. But the Silk Road was not just about trade in tangible goods. It served as a conduit for the exchange of ideas, beliefs, and technological innovations. Buddhism, for instance, spread from India to China and other parts of East Asia largely through the Silk Road. The road also facilitated the spread of Christianity and Islam into Central Asia. In terms of technology, the Silk Road played a pivotal role in the transmission of the compass, gunpowder, papermaking, and printing technologies from China to the West. These inventions would later serve as the bedrock for the European Renaissance and the scientific revolution. The Silk Road was a dynamic entity, changing and evolving with the times. It was as much a route for the exchange of cultures as it was for trade. It was a bridge that connected the East and the West, fostering mutual understanding and respect between different civilizations. The Silk Road was more than a trade route. It was a conduit for ideas, beliefs, and inventions. It was a testament to the human spirit of exploration, discovery, and exchange, a spirit that continues to inspire us even today. Like all great phenomena, the Silk Road had its sunset. As we journey into the 15th century, the Silk Road, once a bustling artery of trade and cultural exchange, began to fade into the annals of history. One of the primary reasons for this decline was the rise of the formidable Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans, who controlled key parts of the Silk Road, imposed heavy taxes on the merchants who used these routes. This made the overland journey less lucrative and increasingly perilous. The merchants of the time began to seek alternatives, and that led to the shift towards maritime trade routes. The 15th century was also the era of great navigators. Explorers like Christopher Columbus and Vasco da Gama charted new paths across the oceans, bypassing the Silk Road entirely. These maritime routes offered a more direct and less costly way to transport goods, particularly between Europe and Asia. As a result, the Silk Road started losing its importance as a primary artery of trade. A more sinister factor in the decline of the Silk Road was the specter of the Black Death. This devastating pandemic, which swept across Asia and Europe in the 14th century, was believed to have been spread along the Silk Road. The fear of disease, coupled with the loss of countless lives, disrupted trade and triggered a decline in the use of these once bustling routes. However, we must remember that the decline of the Silk Road was not an overnight occurrence. It was a gradual process, stretched over centuries. The final nail in the coffin came with the invention of the steam engine in the 18th century, which revolutionized transportation and rendered the Silk Road obsolete. Despite its decline, the legacy of the Silk Road endures. Even as its golden era faded into the background, the Silk Road left an indelible mark on human history. It was a testament to the ingenuity, resilience, and adventurous spirit of our ancestors, who dared to bridge continents and cultures in their quest for trade and knowledge. It's a legacy that continues to echo through the corridors of time. The Silk Road may be a relic of the past, but its impact is timeless. This ancient trade route, stretching from the heart of China to the Mediterranean Sea, has left an indelible mark on our world that continues to resonate even today. Let's delve into the profound influence of the Silk Road. It's not just a story of trade and travel, but a testament to the power of cultural exchange. The Silk Road was a crucible of civilizations, where ideas, religions, and artistic traditions freely intersected and intertwined. This fusion birthed a rich tapestry of cultural diversity that still thrives in many regions along the ancient route. The echoes of this intermingling are heard in our music, seen in our art, and tasted in our cuisine. Economically, the Silk Road laid the groundwork for the globalized trade we know today. It fostered the concept of international commerce, where goods and commodities move across vast distances, linking economies and shaping the fortunes of nations. The Silk Road was the original global marketplace, long before the term was even coined. In terms of geopolitics, the Silk Road helped shape the political landscape of Asia and Europe. It influenced the rise and fall of empires, spurred exploration, and sparked conflicts and alliances. Today, nations along the ancient route continue to navigate the complex legacy of their Silk Road heritage. But the story of the Silk Road isn't confined to history books. Ongoing archaeological research continues to unearth artifacts and insights that shed new light on this fascinating period. Each discovery adds another layer to our understanding of the Silk Road's multifaceted legacy. So, the next time you sip your tea or admire a silk scarf, remember the Silk Road, a trade route that changed the world. It's a testament to our shared history, a symbol of the enduring power of human connection, and a reminder of the intricate web of influences that shape our world.